Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're just outside of a place called Mount Curry, which is next to Pemberton, and we got a call to come and do a cleanup dive at this lake called Mosquito Lake. And here's a map, let me show you. So this is that's north. There's the town of Pemberton. Drove along here, Highway 99. There's Mount Curry, and took the Pemberton Portage Road, actually heads towards Birkenhead Provincial Park, lovely park, and just climbed up here and Mosquito Lake. Let's go check it out. I don't think it's a very far walk. I can hear some people's voices right here and some water splashing. Probably just 100 meters or so. Hopefully it's not too far because we have to haul all of our dive gear down here to do this cleanup dive. Look at those mountain peaks right there, just beautiful. So the lady that contacted me to come and clean this lake said that see anything here, maybe there's garbage over there, but she said that she has seen a bunch of debris underneath the water that looks very suspect and very dangerous, and apparently kids jump in here all the time, and one of her neighbor's kids jumped in and actually almost severed his toe or something like that. So yeah, well, we'd love to come and check out a new lake. So anyways, not a very far walk, about 100 meters for the to carry the dive gear, not horrible. There is a road that goes all the way around. So if we, as it turns out, if we have to dive on the other side, we'll just have to drive around and hopefully there's access. All right, time to go find a campsite because I can't camp here. There's signs everywhere that says no camping, no fires, and so on. All right, so we're gonna go find our campsite at a place called Owl Creek. It's a recreation site, and I'm hoping that there's a spot. It's not too busy. So the last time, or the last video, I showed you guys how I plot a route, and let me just quickly show you what's happening here on the Gaia navigation app. So basically, as you can see here, there's my route that I laid out in blue. I've downloaded the map, so you can see here. Can I actually open it right up? So I just basically plotted it from Pemberton, which is the closest route that I know of, and we're gonna follow this out. So basically I'm right here, the road is actually going to the left. This is just a little parking area that I was in. The road actually continues around along the lake there, and that's what I said earlier, is potentially there's some spots to access from there. I'll have to talk to the lady that organized me or asked me to come, but I'm gonna exit this way because I gotta head towards that blue spot right there. Well, looks like the site is open, gates unlocked. Self-registration, site number, fee $15, deposit money. Ooh, I don't have exact change. Yikes. Okay, well, let's see what happens. Maybe the camp host will come by or something like that. All right, fingers crossed. Let's see if we can find a campsite. Well, this isn't too bad. It's busy here. There's only maybe about half of the sites available. Most of the sites are all taken. There's a really good site there right on the water. The main creek, Owl Creek, is over there. This is a tiny little tributary. I think I'll set up camp and have a drink. Oh, lovely day. 23 degrees out, super warm. So of course, part of the problem with a paid recreation site and especially when it's this busy, is you can't go and harvest wood. Even though I have my saw with me and so on, it is against the rules to be harvesting wood in a park. Because obviously if everybody harvests the wood, there'd be no trees left. So we have, I'll be cooking over propane again. It's actually really warm out, and I don't, right at the second anyways, I don't really feel like having a fire. So that's fine. Oh, but it's nice to be out. Good weather. Got the dogs out, and plus we wanted to come here and check out this site because this would be the site that we would be staying at if we were cleaning that lake. So we have to be careful with we have to be aware that we can actually get in and get camping spots. Oh, there's the bathroom over there, outhouse. So that's good to know. So just go for a little walk here in the park. So this is very much like a provincial park. Picnic tables, fire rings, and so on, except they're not as established in the sense of provincial park. They tend to be very well defined. There's site 11. I'm on 15. So you can see here the sites are usually provincial parks, or there's a decent amount of bush or trees in between. So I think there are 16 sites here. Oh, and here's the main river. Owl Creek? Yeah, that's right. Man, it's quite nice over here. There's a couple of open spots on this side. I'm more in the treed area, and this is kind of like an open field. But man, the water's running good over here. Kind of like where I am, even though this is nicer in the sense of a nice open field. This is a good little spot right here. There's guys camping on that side. Oh, they got a dog too. Oh, I wonder if we can go say hi. I think I'm just gonna stay where I am. I mean, I could move my truck down here. Nice open field. This is really cool here. This this site, they've got food caches for tenters. So if you come here and you just have your car, or if you bicycle here or motorcycle here, they've got garbage cans, recycling, the metal food cache, which is good. There was a site in Squamish, not that far from here, Riverside, and some guy in a tent who rode his bike up, and he got his tent shredded by a bear, and he got a ticket. I think it's $235 ticket. And yeah, no, it's no joke. You gotta put your food away. So it's really nice that they provide the metal food caches. There's a little bit of clouds rolling in. Daisy's just chilling. Maggie found a tennis ball. She's a little bit of clouds rolling in, and it's kind of spitting. It's not drizzling, just a couple of spits. So I put up my awning, both the side awning and the rear awning, and I got my my chair using the ladder, the little giant 3-step ladder, using that. Oh, it's starting to rain a little harder. That's all right. I got my awning. I'm gonna hide underneath here for a while. I got some friends joining me. They actually live in Pemberton, and they're gonna come down and hang out for a bit. So I hope there's blue skies all around except for immediately above me. So I'm hoping this is just a passing shower, maybe an hour and it'll be gone. So I'm gonna go hide underneath the awning for a while. Good morning, everybody. It was a pretty fun night last night. My friend that lives in the area came by for a visit with her kids and sat around the fire. She brought some firewood and just sat around, caught up. Haven't seen her since last year. And yeah, so lazy morning, had some coffee. Glorious blue skies. It spat rain a little bit last night, got a little bit wet, but that's okay. So this is my sharpening kit here. I think I may have covered part of this in the previous video. Got some files, file cleaner. This is my I guess a portable vise, that's what you call it, and you hammer this into a log. Got a little bit of mineral oil to go with my sharpening stones. This is one of my favorite stones. I got two stones that like this. This one's a puck shape, the other one is more elongated. Really like this stone for sharpening. Just touched up my pocket knife and now it's razor sharp. But let's get going with the chainsaw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move forward a little bit and grab the next two. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go, and that's it. Got everything sharpened up. There we go, chain is set correctly. And there you go. I like this little vise, man. It's super handy, part of the kit, works well. So this is Owl Creek. Super loud here, I hope you can hear me. There's the road leading up to Blackwater and Birkenhead Provincial Park, and that's the creek. Surprisingly, the water is actually not that cold. I was kind of expecting to be like glacier fed water and freezing, but that's actually not that bad. So this is the, I can't remember if it was the Birken or Birkenhead River. Trying to find the confluence of where the two joins up. I can hear it ahead of me, so it shouldn't be that far. So here we go. This is the little sort of sidebar where right next to my camp, and that's Owl Creek, and they join up right over there. Let's go have a look. All right, here we go. So that's Birkenhead River, and then that's Owl Creek right there, coming together. I'm kind of guessing if you want to go fishing, this would be the spot right here, but I don't know. It's kind of running fast. I don't know if fish hangs out, maybe? No idea. So Daisy's limping a little bit. It's more obvious when she's running. She's got a little chunk of her pad missing. Sit. Down. Down. So, here we go. Is it Maggie? Can you guys see that? Just a little chunk of her pad missing, so it's healing up, but so we're not really doing anything. She's just kind of limping around camp a little bit. And of course Maggie, she's got a cut on her nose. Can you guys see that? Come here, Maggie. Come here. You see that little cut there? Yeah, it's all healed. It's healing up as well too. It's not a super deep cut. So both dogs are got a little injury. They're okay though. Morning, everybody. Last day at camp here. I'm all packed up and ready to go. I actually drove away from the campsite to film this section because it's pretty loud by the creek. I want to give you an update with the luminous bumper. I finally finished up the wiring, and my buddy Alex helped me out, and we finally got that done. Let me show you how that looks. So this is the signals. There you go, that's a signal in the brakes, so I think that's fantastic. Let me show you why I did that. So this is approximately the spot where a passenger that is to my rear on the driver's side, and obviously if we had a failed taillight, you wouldn't be able to see the other one if this one failed, and you can't see the signal if I'm turning to the right, and then obviously the opposite would happen on the other side. So that's kind of important, or at least in my opinion, that's just something that I wanted to take care of. They really should have that as an option. So anyways, and then this is the other thing that I did, which is my backup camera. So this is the OEM camera that is part of the tailgate. I just simply ordered another one, and then my buddy 3D printed a housing for this, and the reason that the housing's so big is because there are rare earth magnets on the inside. There's two of them, two on this side and two on this side, and the reason for that is because if I'm hooking up to a trailer, I simply take this off and put it there. And it's aimed slightly downwards, so that my hitch will be about here. So we tested that, and we know that works. Oop, you can see it. So the hitch is about there, and if I was backing up to hook up a trailer, I would put it there, and then when I'm driving, I would simply take it and put it there, and now I've got the ability to see backing up, tree stumps, whatever, cars, whatever. So there you go. I'm not saying that's the way you should do it, but this is just to give you an idea. If you have any kind of accessories that you want to have that you still want to maintain. So for example, for me, it was really important for me to have my backup camera, so 3D printing that little thing, or maybe for you sensors. So if your sensors are in the wrong spot, hey, look at that, that is so bright. So if your sensors in the wrong spot, so for example, if you have potentially lane assist sensors that are behind this, you could actually, in theory, 3D print a box, order the actual sensor, not take out the one that's in the light, but simply just move it to a different spot, just like I did. This housing is much bigger just because it has to house all of the rare earth magnets in it. But if you were just gluing that, in, you could actually make that box a lot smaller. So hopefully that gives you an idea. Like I said, it's not that you should do it this way, but it's just give you an idea of what would be possible. But I really like my lights, because now if I am on, let's see, here's the, so if you were in passenger side blind spot, you can now tell that I'm turning, and of course brake lights and all that stuff. So all right guys, thanks for sticking with me. That was a fun trip, glad I got out. We'll see you in the next video. Pulling over to get some lunch. Maggie knows she's not supposed to be in the front. Let's see if she knows she's not supposed to be in the front, but look where she is. Are you supposed to be there? Are you supposed to be there? What are you doing? Get in the back. Come on.